Does this mean that the horror room has officially started?
I think so.
So along with officially starting on the horror room, we are also going to be hopefully finishing all the shelves in this corner. So I am going to be going from this shelf right here all the way down through the corner, hooking a Louis right there and bringing them all the way down to the door frame on this side. And then we will have the ultimate 90s kids nostalgia shelving unit. It's going to literally look like I own my own private toy store or something. And the plan is to continue wrestling stuff down through this wall. So there will be some Kane stuff on the next shelf and some Undertaker stuff on the next shelf. And then I think everything from that point down through this wall is going to be Jeff Gordon stuff. I do have some Jeff Gordon stuff on these three shelves right here that are all going to move onto this side. And then those will be replaced with probably Pokemon or something. I'm not sure yet. We have a little bit of rearranging to do over there. But then everything else is pretty much ready to go once the shelves are built. I just have boxes and boxes of Kane and Undertaker stuff and a little more Stone Cold Steve Austin stuff. And then the rest of the Jeff Gordon stuff is just accumulating over in my very, very messy kitchen. There are hundreds of Jeff Gordon items, and I just really can't wait to get this section done. But first, we have to clean out all this stuff. A lot of this is just empty totes from the other rooms as we've been emptying those boxes out for Dino's. I've been setting them over here, and then some of these are almost empty WWF stuff, so it should be a pretty easy clean. There's some bigger items that are just going to have to go somewhere else, like this bike rack, like this television, these glass IKEA shelves, stuff like that. But for the most part, I think cleaning this out will be pretty simple. And then Ben and I are going to Menards to get the lumber. And I'm hoping it's like a 2-day process, start to finish. We can get these things cut, we can get them built, we can get them painted. And then tomorrow I will spend the day decorating them with all of the goodies, which is the fun part. So let the cleaning commence. All right, so Ben's here now doing the measurements. I think that we are going to paint this wall black and then essentially just box that wall in, so the black will actually just run to right there where the shelves stop, and then we can get started on that. We are also going to be picking up a new TV for this front room area because I made a mistake. Less than a year old 75-inch flat screen TV, and I tried to shoot a fly in my house with a BB gun. And let me tell you guys, ricochets are real. So $600, $700 BB, whatever it's going to end up being. And this has been Life Lessons with AJ. Well, $520, no TV, and one big ass splinter later, and it looks like we are finally ready to get this thing started. So, let's go. Oh my God, we finally got it done. What I thought was going to be a 2-day process from start to finish turned into a week-long affair, and it has just been a pain in the butt the entire way. But we are finally done with the build itself. Now it's time to start decorating, and as you guys saw earlier in the video, I did already do the rest of the wrestling section. So we finished off the Stone Cold stuff, we got a little Undertaker setup going down here, and then we got the Kane stuff, which is still technically unfinished. I do want to get some nice black mannequin heads to put these masks on. I just think that that would look a lot better in this setting as opposed to a lot of the masks that I have on display in the sanctuary. They tend to blend in a little better on white mannequin heads or with bags stuffed inside. But these are very, very spot specific and display specific, and I just think that a black mannequin head under those will look great. But right now, it's time to focus on the Jeff Gordon area, which I do believe is going to be everything from this shelf over. So all of this is going to be Rainbow Warrior stuff, with the exception of some random Mark Martin stuff and maybe a couple of other drivers like Rusty Wallace or whatever. I do have a little bit of their stuff, so that might be that little spot right there. But yeah, dude, pay no mind to the trim right here. I do believe that that is going to be covered with stuff. I think that there are going to be so many Jeff Gordon items that you won't even see that. It'll kind of be like how the Stone Cold wall looks. You don't really see the wall back behind there. And if not a big deal. I can paint it. I've just chosen not to because I wanted to keep this as original as possible. Right now, with the setup that I've got going on, we could literally just pull these shelves off of the wall and there will be nothing really going on past a couple of little spots that actually needed some brackets for support in the wall, but everything else is left alone. And I'd like to keep it that way. So yeah, dude, I am going to get started on this. We will see how far we can get. I don't expect to have all of the Jeff Gordon stuff up and displayed in this video because I only have about an hour before I have to make another trip for this video, because I didn't forget about Dino's. I know that a lot of people watching this are probably like, man, he hyped up a bunch of Dino stuff in the last Weekly Wednesday update and said that it was going to be a big deal in this Weekly Wednesday update. Well, it is. I finally found the piece that I was looking for, and we are going to pick it up today. So in about an hour, I'm going to go do that, and then the rest of the episode will probably focus on what we do in Dino's. So what do you say I stop talking and I get to decorating, huh? All right, so unfortunately, I have to stop right here because I just got word that the thing that I was waiting to go pick up is ready. So I am going to head to Chillicothe now, meet with Doug, get the thing loaded up, and then get it out here. And then if we can do a bunch in Dino's, I will focus on that. I think that you guys have seen enough of this. But if we do have time between today and tonight, because tomorrow is Wednesday and I have to get this up early for patrons, which, by the way, why aren't you a patron? Anyways, if we have enough time that I can come back to this and decorate a little more, I will do that. But for right now, I have to leave, and damn, that looks good.
One of these is labeled technology, the other one's labeled lighters.
There's only two things in this world.
There's only two things you really need.
And you know what? Lighters is technology, so.
Yep. Oh god. Watch your chin on them screws. Alright, it is just a little, I'm just watching it. Looking scary. I think I got them under my chin too, but I can't look too close. Because then I'll have them right in the chin. They're just like some of the best you've ever fucking seen. Like, Straight fire.
Oh God.
Yeah.
For real, for real?
At least one for real.
Okay.
All right, guys, so obviously we got a new display case for Dino's 2.0 or Dean 2.0s, whatever you want to call it. We got a new display case in here, and thank God, because the old one was driving me insane. It was so short, it looked so dumb in here. This one is a big improvement, and honestly, this one might be temporary as well. If I can find one that is even longer, maybe another 1.5 feet, 2 foot longer than this one, I would be even more happy with that. And this is where we are going to leave Dino's in this episode. I am not going to be getting everything displayed and put on top and inside of this case. Yeah, I know, I lied, my bad. I didn't want to lie to you guys. I really did want to come in here and get this done, but it is getting pretty late. It is 10:49 on Tuesday. I still have to get this video edited. And I'm going to be honest, I am hyper fixating on the Gordon collection. I've just been waiting so long to get those shelves up and to get all of that stuff out of my kitchen and on display. So I am definitely just like stemming out on the Gordon thing. I cannot stop thinking about it. And honestly, this entire episode has really been about getting those shelves built and getting all the Gordon stuff up anyway. So it's a very Gordon themed episode, and I'm okay with that. I feel like leaving you guys wanting some Dino stuff will make next week's episode even better, and obviously it will give us a little more content for that episode. So this is Dino's right now. Next week, I promise we will come in here, we will get shit going. It will be awesome. It's going to look amazing. I'm really, really excited, because once we start decorating this, all the stuff out of these boxes can start coming out, going up on the walls. It will really, really bring this place to life. I mean, dude, look at that backdrop. Just incredible, and it's only going to get better as we keep doing layers and layers and layers of cool stuff to this room. So that is for next week. Right now, we're going to go back up and finish this Jeff Gordon shelf, or at least get it pretty close to finished, and that will be that for today's episode. So let's go. All right, I'm finished. I'm done. I'm tapping out. That's pretty much it. I literally can't think of anything else to do right now. So here is Jeff Gordon land. And wow, I feel like I own my own private 90s toy store. We go from the Jeff Gordon stuff to the wrestling stuff to the Goosebumps stuff to the Bigfoot and Gravedigger stuff. This is pretty amazing. And I really wish that it was daytime, because the lighting in here is just not the best at night. But when we have all of the light coming in from the windows, man, this is gonna look amazing. I'm really, really excited. So there are a few open shelves. I left these two shelves down here for my non-Jeff Gordon NASCAR stuff. I am still a pretty big Mark Martin fan. I do like Bill Elliott's Mac Tonight car, and I do kind of like Rusty Wallace's car and the Mobile car. I just have a thing for certain race cars, but not as big as Jeff Gordon. So I figured if I went ahead and started on this shelf, I would leave room down here for anything else that I picked up that is NASCAR but isn't Gordon. And then we do have some random little spots that are still open, some stuff that I am going to be working on. That is an open shelf. That is an open shelf. We got the backgrounds for these done with some paper, media, various photos, and catalogs and magazines and calendars and whatnot. I'm so tired, I literally can't even talk right now. But we will get some main pieces up there. We will get some pieces here. We will get some pieces here. I'm always acquiring stuff. I've actually had to take a break the last couple of weeks because I was just going insane buying everything that I found and didn't really have a place for anything to go. But now I have a place for everything to go. So yeah, dudes, it is almost midnight now. I'm tapping out. I'm done. I love you. Thank you for watching, and look forward to the next episode, which is, it's going to be a Dino's Frenzy. So yeah. Okay, bye.